move on and let's get back home and tell you the latest with respect to the India-US deal, wherein sources tell ET now that India-US trade deal may be finalized soon as India awaits US response to the proposal. Now, India also feels that there is no need for additional rounds of negotiations. Let me take it across to my colleague Sumita, who joins in with more details on this one. Take it away, Sumita.
That's right. Hours after the United States President Donald Trump stated that Washington and New Delhi were pretty close to reaching a fair trade deal, and the fact that the United States is planning to reduce tariffs on Indian imports, a senior government official has told ET now, in fact, he has echoed the optimism and he's indicated that another round of negotiations between the two sides might not be needed. In fact, sources are also telling ET now that now the Indian side is waiting for a United States response to the trade deal which has been proposed. And in fact, talks are progressing well between both the sides. And India is negotiating not just a comprehensive trade deal, but a trade deal that's WTO compliant as well with the United States. And of course, the government source also told ET now that India has kept in mind sensitivities of each of the sensitive sectors in trade talks. So whether it's related to agri, dairy, GM crops and several others. In fact, 5 rounds of talks between both the sides have happened. And in fact, the last in-person round happened last month in Washington. And after the conclusion of that round, a senior government official told ET now that India and the United States are very close to reaching a trade deal, given the fact that convergence on most of the issues has been reached. And in fact, that there are no new issues that are coming up as far as that trade deal is concerned. And just yesterday, Commerce and Industry Minister also stated that India is at the moment not just diversifying to markets, but it's also looking at newer markets like Russia, for instance, for its fisheries segment. On the trade deal, he said that we're working for a good trade deal and India is not going to compromise with the interests of farmers. And of course, most importantly, he stated when asked about the conclusion of the deal, he said that a trade deal can happen tomorrow, it can happen next month, it can happen next year. But the bottom line is that as a government, India is preparing for any contingency.
All right. Thank you, Sumita, for getting us the latest on the India-US trade deal that we're watching out for. But moving on, let's